We continue now with Ugly Men's Clothing.
Ugly Men's Clothing Store, where ugly men can find clothes designed for them. Even starvation won't stare you in the face when you wear one of our special designer ties. Your own mother will forget you have to lift your nose to eat when she sees these ugly short-sleeve shirts.
He's an ugly man.
So if you're the kind of guy who has to sneak up on the mirror to shave in the morning, or if you've ever gone into a cornfield and scared the crows so much they brought back the corn they took the year before, then you should be shopping at the Ugly Men's Clothing Store.
He's an ugly man.
Ugly Men's Clothing now with 2 locations, downtown at the bus terminal and in the county at the bus terminal.
Hello, everybody, and welcome again to National League Dog Ball. This is Ron Stevens with your play-by-play, along with Joy Grdnic joining us for today's game here at the park.
And you couldn't ask for a more beautiful day for dog ball, Ron. We have over 42,000 fans joining us here in the park, and they are ready for dog ball action.
Yes, they are, Joy, and you can hear the crowd cheering now as Hinsky comes to the mound with a miniature white poodle for the opening pitch. And behind the plate, catching for Hinsky is John Grdnic. And I might say one of the best dog catchers in the league today, Joy.
Right, Ron.
And back at the mound, Hinsky readies himself as he wipes his brow at the poodle. And coming up to lead off at the plate is Jackson with Hinsky at the mound. And Jackson at the plate and Hinsky at the mound. And the windup. The pitch. High, a little inside. Dog one.
Notice how Hinsky likes to hold the dog by the hind legs, Ron. That gives him better leverage on the pitch and a good curve on that dog. It's a habit he picked up back in his early days, pitching schnauzers in Kentucky. And he's looking mighty good with that boodle.
Yes, he is, Joy, and Hinsky readies himself with a windup. He throws hard, and Jackson connects. Look at that dog fly. Holy cow, Jackson's around first, now his way to second, and nobody can catch that poodle.
A good solid hit for Jackson, Ron.
Yes, it was, Joy, and let's see that play once again in slow motion. Holy cow, look at that dog fly.
And we'll be back with more dog ball action after this.
Oh, you think it's pretty funny? It's pretty funny, No, really, I think it's pretty funny, It's kind of funny. It's funny. Yeah. No, really, I think it's pretty funny,
We asked Mrs. June Metz of El Monte, California to take our taste test.
Mrs. Metz, which do you prefer, the one on the left or the one on the right?
This one here.
Can you describe the taste for us, Mrs. Metz?
Well, it's, moist and chewy. Or, wet and soggy. I'm not sure which. It seems to be making its own gravy in my mouth.
Okay, now let's take the label off and see which dog food you chose, Mrs. Metz.
Dog food.
Look,
Dog
you chose new Fido Meal, super moist and super chewy. Fido Meal preferred by 8 out of 10 dog owners in our Fido Meal taste test.
I don't own a dog.
That's okay.
Moist and chewy Fido Meal.
Uh-oh, Susie's catching another cold.
When Snotty Susie catches a cold, she sneezes real live snot, just like real babies. But that's not all Snotty Susie will do. Put her over your shoulder and pat her back, and she burps real baby burps. But be careful, because she also spits up. Snotty Susie.
I love you, Snotty Susie.
Snotty Susie tissues sold separately.
I like darts and I like bowling, hula hoops and rock and rolling. I like church and double dating, PTA and roller skating. I like boats and things to do, life and throw and Yahtzee too. Playing Biff, a game of checkers, checking out my Black and Deckers. I like whatever's good for me. I'm turning conservative. Sloppy Joes and clarinets, playing with the Raptor sets, G.I. Joe and swimming caps, catching gold without your wraps, carpools in my station wagon, roving space with Carl Sagan. I believe in Ronald Reagan. I'm turning conservative. Turning conservative. Mother's haircuts in my home. Turning conservative. Arts and crafts with styrofoam. I'm turning conservative. Piano lessons, basketball. I'm turning conservative. Watching football in the fall. Turning conservative. Johnny Carson's monologue. Turning conservative. Chasing rabbits with my dog. Turning conservative. Buying bigger TV screens. Turning conservative. Can't fit in these.
Hello, boys and girls, and future scientists. It's time once again for Mr. Wizard and his little friend, Timmy.
Hello, Mr. Wizard.
Well, hello, Timmy. Today, Timmy, we're going to take an old spatula, an inner tube, and some macaroni noodles to make a nuclear reactor.
Gee, Mr. Wizard, aren't nuclear reactors dangerous?
No, Timmy, but old spatulas are. They can poke your little eyes out. So I'll have to ask you to wear these goggles.
Mr. Wizard,
Yes, Timmy?
remember those diagrams you showed me last week?
Well, I sure do, Timmy.
Well, how do turtles do it?
Timmy, this is science, not a brouhaha.
Brouhaha?
Now, see this glass tube and hose?
Yes, Mr. Wizard?
Know what it is?
A brouhaha?
Wrong.
A bomb?
It's a device I made out of a vase and an old garden hose to demonstrate how different molecules can combine to form a noble gas.
Are we going to discover the secret of life, Mr. Wizard?
We will if we're not careful, Timmy. Now watch how this flame jumps in a flash when I pass it down on this nozzle.
Right, Mr. Wizard.
Know what it's called?
Jumpin' jack flash?
It's a gas, Timmy.
You got it, Mr. Wizard. Get down!
Timmy, you knocked over the model brain case on loan from the high school.
Sorry, Mr. Wizard.
What am I gonna tell Mr. Durfee?
Well, I'll pick it up, Mr. Wizard.
Timmy, whatever you do, don't squeeze the brain too hard.
Uh-oh.
Now you did it, Timmy. You punctured Our Lady of Fatima's medulla epiglottis.
I hit my head, Mr. Wizard.
Now you just clean up that brain, Timmy. The brain is a terrible thing to waste. Don't you forget that. Now I'll prepare our noodles for nuclear fusion.
Well, I'm going to take this aspirin, Mr. Wizard.
That's not an aspirin, Timmy.
Sure looks like an aspirin.
But it's not, Timmy.
It tastes like an aspirin.
Dangerous drugs, Timmy.
I swallowed
Timmy, that pill was designed to stun buffaloes when mixed with buffalo food.
Oh, wow.
Timmy.
Oh, my God.
Timmy. That's my tie, Timmy. Timmy. Timmy.
Oh, the place, Don.
For God's sake, sit down, Timmy.
Right, Don.
Let this be a lesson to you, Timmy, and to all of Timmy's little friends out there. Never tamper with the awesome powers of science.
Right.
Science is in your future, Timmy.
Sure.
And the future is in your hands.
And I have to eat with those hands, Don.
Sit down, Timmy.
I am sitting, Don.
My name is Mr. Wizard, Timmy.
Right, Don. Wow, I really do like this music, Don.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, really, thank you. I'd like to leave you with a special song about a special someone. My man, my man, Bob. I love him so. But don't you know, he ran off and left me all alone. Please, take me back, Bob. Big B, little O, and another B. That's the Bob I know. I want to have your babies, Bob. And if you really are gay, I'll have your boyfriend's babies too. Bob, oh Bob, ooh, yes, oh say. You know, if I'd take its place on that highway of love. Take me back, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night. Really, thank you.
Boy, you really are good, Connie.
Really?
Really.
No, really.
I'm gonna take you out of this hellhole, Connie.
Really?
Really. With talent like yours, you ought to be in the Midwest.
Left everything I knew and I hit the road. I was looking for kicks and the Midwest was the place to go.
And so Leroy and Connie King packed up all their belongings and moved to the great Midwest.
Howdy.
Hi.
How you doing? Okay. Where you folks headed?
The Midwest.
Uh-huh. Plan on staying long?
We're moving there, officer.
What kind of car is this here?
A Pinto.
A Pinto.
I converted it into a camper,
My
sir.
Leroy did all the work himself.
Oh, hon.
Well, you better turn off that engine. We have just a few questions we'd like to ask you before you continue on your way, okay?
Okay.
This is a test you are required to take before entering the great Midwest.
Oh, my.
If you should fail to answer correctly at least 70% of the questions, you must wait a minimum of 30 days before taking the great Midwest test again. Are you ready to begin?
Oh, Leroy, you better answer that one.
Okay.
Okay. Please state your full name.
Oh, this is so
Leroy
exciting.
Melrose King.
Leroy Melrose King.
And Connie Lynn King.
Right,
And
he's
Connie
right.
Lynn
Yay.
King. Okay. How long do you plan on staying in the Midwest, Mr. and Mrs. King?
well,
more than a week, but less than 6 months. More than 6 months, but less than a year. More than a year, or forever.
Well, we're moving there,
You
so...
better take more than a
More
year.
than a year. More than a year.
Okay, the following question is multiple choice. You're driving home from work and you just finished a 6-pack of beer.
Oh, boy.
Do you, A, throw the cans at the next mailbox, B, run over the next mailbox, or C, take the cans home to make into a lamp?
C. No, B.
Okay, next question. You're in your car at an intersection, and the guy in the car next to you is picking his nose. Do you, A, honk so he knows you see him, B, pick your nose too so he won't be too embarrassed, or C, invite him to your friend's house? A. Okay, very good. And next question, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy King, and I want you to think very carefully on this one. You're on your way home from a party, and your car collides with a busload of wimps. Do you, A, honk so they know you see them, B, pick your nose so they won't be too embarrassed, or C, invite them to your friend's house? You have 5 seconds to think it over, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy King.
B.
Okay, and quickly look, Connie and Leroy, what is this a picture of?
A burger.
A what?
A hamburger.
A what?
A hamburger.
Absolutely correct. Congratulations. Mr. and Mrs. Leroy King, do you own a waterbed?
We sure do.
And what do you do on Sunday?
Nothing?
Absolutely correct, and congratulations, Leroy and Connie King, you're on your way! You have passed the Great Midwest test, isn't that incredible? And what do you think about that, Connie? Isn't that great? You can start your engine now, Leroy. Hey, but take it slow, okay? And now here's Officer Don to tell you a little bit about some of the incredible sights you'll be passing on your way through the Great Midwest. Don!
You got that great Midwest.
All right, Johnny, yes, you got that great Midwest, and you'll know you're there when you pull into Kansas City, just east of Salina, where you'll shop at the Crown Center and eat beef. Then you'll move on to Omaha, Nebraska to find yourself and barbecue. Then it's on to St. Louis, Missouri, where you'll stand under the famous Gateway Arch and kiss each other between the legs. From there, you'll hurry on to Peoria, Illinois, just to get out of St. Louis. Then it's the London of delinquency, Champaign, Illinois, where you'll drink beer and raise hell. But you'll need time to rest, Leroy and Connie, and rest you will in Indianapolis, Indiana. Yes, it's the great Midwest. Congratulations, Leroy and Connie King.
You got that great Midwest. You got that great Midwest.
Hey, you going to the party after the album?
You got that great Midwest.
Okay, everyone, on your feet. Come on, up, up, up. It's time to exercise till you die. Okay, we're gonna start with a simple little warm-up. Everybody, touch your right hand to your left hip and your left hand to your right knee and switch as you jump. Come on, exercise till you die. Switch, 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 double time. Switch, 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 switch. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're ready to work off that ugly fat hanging over that kitchen chair every day. Now, everybody, put your hands on your butt, on your feet together, and touch your nose to your knees. Come on, touch, 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 double time. Touch, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, nose, knees, nose, knees, nose, knees, nose, knees. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Real good. Okay, everyone ready? You're doing fine. Hey, Fatso, get up off the floor. Everybody, up off the floor. Don't stop now. You're just getting started. You can do this 2 minutes every day. You'll be like me. Okay, now, everyone down on the floor, down on your back, your legs together. Now, back up again. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing real good. Okay, don't stop now. Everybody, back on your feet. Come on, get up on your feet and take a deep breath. Deep breath. Hold it. Now, put your head between your legs and your hands on your head and run in place. Everybody, exercise till you die. Step, 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 step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now do that every day for the rest of your life until you die.
Let's give him one serious song before we go. Kind of give him the impression that we're professionals. Can we?
What is this feeling? What do you mean to me? What will I say to you when all I can say is...
What?